My penis was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatized.
This one's wife. Not wanted? Blame a kid. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Narcissists engage in one-upmanship. As I've explained previously, you went to Tenerife on holiday, they go to 11-reef. You've got a 4-head, the narcissist has a 5-head. The narcissist will tell you, oh, I've got a television like that, except mine's better. This is particularly the case with your brash, belligerent, overt narcissists who point out how their car, their house, their ring, their watch, their clothing, whatever it might be, is superior to that of yours. They compare with you and have to demonstrate that whatever they have or whatever they are is superior to you in order to belittle you and to make the narcissist look bigger. The narcissist will be prone to exaggerate their own talents and assets, whilst at the same time beating yours down, thus cutting you off the knees, making them look taller. Whatever you might have, the narcissist has got more of it. And this is just as applicable when it comes to, for instance, problems or illness, especially when you're dealing with mid-range narcissists, which, of course, this is what this one's wife is. If you happen to be unwell, do not expect the narcissist to be supportive and run backwards and forwards with soothing cups of honey and lemon and passing you paracetamol. They will certainly have an ailment that's far worse than yours. That fractured eyelash won't heal itself, you know, and whilst they lie there doing an Oscar-worthy impression of a dying swan, you are expected to pull yourself out of your sickbed and attend to their needs. As we know, 2 members of the royal family have medical issues at the moment. The Princess of Wales, Catherine, is currently recuperating in hospital after an abdominal surgery. The King is shortly to undergo a prostate procedure. Naturally, this one's wife can't allow their health issues to overshadow her, and so it came to pass that, as reported by Jessica Green, this one's wife forced to miss glitzy Beverly Hills ceremony where Prince Harry received a Living Legend award because one of their children became unwell. As you know, Harry attended the Bell End of Aviation Award, and he turned up alone. He looked notably happier without his handler being there, but it would appear that this one's wife decided against attendance because her narcissism recognised that this was not good for the facade. That whilst, of course, there was an opportunity to draw fuel and to control the audience, the fact is she wouldn't have wanted to play second fiddle to Harry because he was the one receiving the award. And moreover, the also tacky nature of the event meant that her narcissism saw little to be gained. She wouldn't have the opportunity to court the people that she would want to court, and she would have to play, as I mentioned, second fiddle to Harry, which never goes down well with a narcissist. Thus, her narcissism essentially dictated, don't attend this event. It's not in your interest to do so, and instead caused her to ensure that the world knew she wasn't attending. Harry could have just turned up without her. Of course, people would have asked, where is she? But nothing need be said about it. It was Harry's night after all, and surely he's allowed to go and do some things on his own without this one's wife being there. Naturally, this one's wife needs to commandeer the attention, even though she's not in attendance, which means there has to be some explanation provided as to why she's not attending. Because Charles and Catherine have medical issues, it needed to be something in a similar vein, and in order to overshadow any sympathy that's directed towards them, she needed to ensure that the world knew that one of the children was not well. Furthermore, this is about facade management for her, by remaining home and demonstrating to the world that she's staying being doting, caring mother, that's part of the facade management. The likelihood is she was kicked back with a bottle of Pinot Grigio, letting the nanny deal with the poor mite, if indeed anybody was actually ill. Because, of course, it would not be beyond the realms of comprehension that there was no illness, and this was just stated for the purposes of trying to overshadow Kate and King Charles, and furthermore, of course, to try and engender sympathy and manage her facade. Thus, once again, this one's wife doesn't attend an event, but seeks to overshadow it as a consequence of having made mention of why she was not attending. Jessica Green reports this one's wife was forced to miss Prince Harry being honoured as a living legend of aviation on Friday night in Los Angeles. The Duke of Sussex, 39, took to the stage at the Beverly Hills Hilton to receive his award from actor John Travolta, but he was not accompanied by his wife, the Duchess of Sussex, who had been expected to attend. This one's wife, 42, was not present as one of her children became unwell, the PA News Agency understands. The couple live in Montecito, California, along with their 2 children, Prince Archie, 4, and 2-year-old Princess Lilibet, in case you'd forgotten. It wasn't confirmed which of their little ones was unwell. The report then talks more about the evening, but it is evident that once again this one's wife needs to ensure that she overshadows events because she has to be the centre of attention. Thus, by explaining she didn't attend because it wouldn't really serve her purposes, she's still able to try and obtain fuel and take the limelight away from Harry. Furthermore, she seeks to overshadow the health concerns relating to King Charles and the Princess of Wales. Oh, yes, one of my children is unwell, so don't worry about those 2. Be more concerned about my child. Just this little example of not attending and having the explanation or excuse of a child's illness being the basis for her non-attendance enables you to understand yet more of her narcissism in action. What do people below the line think? Are they sympathetic to this turn of events? Sundreamer writes, Charles and Kate not well, therefore should have expected this one's wife would follow suit with something about illness. She is so predictable. Andrew replies, my sister-in-law was exactly the same, always trying to be in the limelight. Pac-Man's, this one's wife and Harry have a dozen nanny staff. The event wasn't about her, so she didn't want to attend. Child being sick never stopped her before. Not a user. They have nannies. She would not have missed this unless she realised it was not good for her, or they had a row. Kicky-doo, there's a reason she didn't go, and it's not to do with the kids. More likely to do with ego or point scoring. Indeed. NW Central adds, the parking lot pilot's wife only attends events where she can be the centre of attention. Harry, 1980, she didn't attend because the night wasn't about her. No other reason. And that's exactly it. People wanted to see Harry, as mentioned in a separate video. Members of the audience were very pleased that he attended, and he was the draw, not her. Accordingly, she can't stand that, even though that is her husband, and a non-narcissist will be proud of the achievement. Of course, she claims to be proud of him. Remember at the Freedom Gala when she turned up as an overripe burst tomato, she said, I'm proud of everything he does, with a sickly grin. She only says that for facade management. She can't stand the fact that Harry, or anybody else for that matter, is garnering attention. And because this event essentially meant she wasn't wanted, and because it was about Harry, she didn't want to attend. She could not be there in a supporting role while he's in the devaluation phase. It needs to be about her, not him. She can't sit there while people issue plaudits towards him, whilst he gets the award. She wants all of that. She wants to be the one that's speaking. Accordingly, her narcissism dictated, don't go. This is going to cause us a problem. Naturally, she didn't think in such terms, but simply decided, I can't go. Archie feels a little bit warm. I think he's coming down with a fever. It would have been something like that. Harry would probably have been relieved, so it meant that he could go and have his picture taken with minor celebs and grin and enjoy himself without always having someone putting their hand on the small of his back or utilising the grip of doom on him. So ultimately, he'll have been perfectly content to attend without her. And she, of course, doesn't go, because the night is not about her, as so many people in the comment section have realised, and instead her narcissism utilises a child who probably wasn't even ill as an excuse, and as people have pointed out, even if the child was ill, there are nannies, and so she could still attend. The fact is, as Netsky points out, strange the child became unwell just when the Princess of Wales is in hospital and the King has a medical problem. Fact is, she tries to one-up them. She wants to avoid the fact that the limelight is not about her at this event, and instead seeks to overshadow several sets of individuals by making it all about her once again. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.